Every year, around 3.6 billion people worldwide try to lose weight. This very reason was often the problem for me as well, and it's usually the reason why, after months of trying, it still doesn't work. The cause is usually pretty clear. Eat less junk food? Sorry, but that's the truth. And above all, eat less overall. Ultimately, we all know it, right? And yet, it just doesn't seem to work when it comes to weight loss, even after countless attempts. We seem to keep going back to square one or even gain more weight. The dreaded yo-yo effect. If you want to lose weight and it's not working, there might be a few things you don't even notice that make it hard, or even impossible to shed those pounds. Let's take a look at them now and solve these issues together. And the two most important things are: be consistent and have patience. Hello, we are Better Body Daily, and with our YouTube channel, we want to provide medical, understandable, and correct information about diseases, causes of these diseases, and what we can do about them ourselves, with our own diet combined with exercise and sport. Because all of this is very closely related, and if you don't want to miss anything, then subscribe to our channel now. Every kilo of unnecessary fat harms your health. So, let's talk about that. Reason number 1, you eat too much. Let's talk about the reasons that prevent weight loss, which often come up and are well known, but are still overlooked. First and foremost, we eat too much. We simply take in too many calories without noticing it, and as a result, we unintentionally exceed the calorie limits we set for ourselves. This can happen for a number of reasons, but remember this key concept: calorie deficit. So here are the 3 main causes why we eat too much. Firstly, we don't realize how much we eat during the day. Sure, we can usually still manage a decent amount, but we rarely track exactly how much we're consuming, especially when it comes to calories in each meal. By the end of the day, we're not really sure if we've had 1,500, 1,700, or 2,000 calories. But this awareness makes a big difference. It's not about freaking out over every bite, it's about simply being more conscious. Second and thirdly are habits like binge eating or eating quickly. Binge eating is when we uncontrollably devour unhealthy foods when we're hit by hunger attacks. The faster we eat, the more we consume before we feel full, leading to an excess of calories. So, slow down while eating. A good tip is to drink a glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before your main meal. Before we continue, here are a few phrases that I really can't stand hearing anymore when it comes to weight loss. First, just eat protein. Second, always check your blood sugar. Third, no sweets, no fried foods. Fourth, take supplements to lose weight. Fifth, I'm a nutritionist or weight loss coach and I'll tell you how to do it. None of these are the key solutions, in my opinion. Now, let's dive deeper into the real causes why weight loss might not be working. Reason number 2, you're not moving enough. Yes, this is an old point, but still, it's essential. Scientists and doctors recommend aiming for 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day if we want to lose fat. If you want to lose fat effectively, you'll need to increase that number. More steps, more calories burned. Exercise, particularly cardio and weight training, is proven to be effective for weight and fat loss. Nutrition plays a big role here too. I talk about it in my other videos about muscle building, fat loss, and healthy eating habits. So if you're interested, feel free to check those out. If you don't move enough, especially sitting a lot at work, this is the first thing to fix. Regular exercise helps burn calories and create a deficit. Strength training boosts afterburn and muscle mass, raising your basal metabolic rate. The most effective combo: healthy eating and exercise. Often, weight loss fails due to overeating and lack of movement. If you're stuck, check your activity level and calorie intake. Reason number 3, you're eating the wrong things. I don't want to completely overhaul your entire diet, but once you've addressed the first 2 points, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at your food choices. This is especially important if you're struggling with hunger attacks or haven't been able to establish healthy eating habits. For instance, consider your blood sugar levels, eat protein-rich foods, and opt for healthier snacks like nuts instead of chips. The key is finding the right balance. How much protein did you eat yesterday? Probably not enough. This is something you should really pay attention to. Protein is a game changer for weight loss. It helps preserve muscle mass, which in turn boosts your metabolism. You can get protein from animal products, as well as plant-based sources like beans, lentils, and nuts. So even vegetarians or vegans can eat a protein-rich diet. By eating more protein, you help your muscles recover and grow, which is crucial when it comes to fat loss. Ultimately, the number on the scale doesn't matter. What we want to lose is fat, especially belly fat, which is harmful due to hormone production. Protein is key. It preserves muscle, supports recovery after workouts, and can even help build new muscle. More muscle equals higher energy burn. Aim for 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram body weight, but don't overdo it. No hype, no extremes. Also cut back on carbs, especially highly processed ones. Things like toast, fries, and white rice are high in calories, low in nutrients, and don't keep you full. That's why you're hungry again so quickly. Instead, choose long-chain carbs from whole grains like spelt. They keep you full longer and stabilize blood sugar. Key rules: avoid highly processed carbs, cook fresh, eat enough protein, and go for whole grains. This also applies to snacks. Nuts are great here. It may feel tough at first, but combined with exercise, it works. And it's healthy. Weight loss isn't just about looks, it's about health. Reason number 4, you drink too many calories. What you drink is just as important as what you eat. We often don't realize how many calories we consume through beverages, especially sugary drinks or alcohol. These liquid calories don't even register in the brain the same way solid food does, so we end up eating just as much, if not more, without realizing it. If you want to lose weight, it's best to cut out sugary drinks completely. Stick to water, unsweetened teas, and black coffee. Alcohol, while enjoyable, contains a lot of empty calories and also increases your hunger. Reason number 5, you don't get enough sleep. Good sleep is crucial for both mental and physical health. Lack of sleep can actually increase your risk of gaining weight because of the way it messes with hunger-regulating hormones like leptin and ghrelin. Aim for around 8 hours of quality sleep every night. If you're constantly undersleeping, you're not just affecting your mood and energy levels, but also your ability to lose weight. Too much sleep can also be a problem though, so keep that in mind. You want to aim for that sweet spot, around 8 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Of course, it can never be ruled out that a possible metabolic disorder in the background is causing you to fail to lose weight. In most cases, however, these are the 5 reasons I mentioned, especially reasons number 1 and 2. However, if you have really looked into all the reasons mentioned and don't just believe that you are doing it, it may be worth going to the doctor to see if there is a physiological disorder behind why you are not losing weight or are very overweight. Also remember that changing your diet from 0 to 100 can be just as much of a strain as going straight into a tough sports program. So be careful with your body. Start slowly and gradually. Switching to a sustainable and healthy diet is like a marathon, nothing short-term. So don't go on any crash diets, just take a look at the reasons mentioned and see how you can change something for yourself in order to achieve your desired weight. Please comment on the video now. Thank you, and stay loyal to me.